This is the news leader, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
A fire on the track stops subways cold, leaving hundreds of passengers stranded and the morning commute in question. And the film that lorded over the box office rules the Oscars on Hollywood's big night. Good evening, everyone. I'm Tim Fleischer.
And I'm Sandra Bookman. A fire on subway tracks in Lower Manhattan is now a huge headache for transit workers and could still be a pain for passengers in the morning. Police say a homeless man tossing debris onto the tracks sparked the problem at West 4th Street and 6th Avenue. Lucy Yang is live in Greenwich Village with the latest. Lucy?
Sandra, the fire itself was easily put out. Rescue workers used hand fire extinguishers, but getting all the smoke and passengers out of the subways would take much longer. At its worst, the smoke expanded through the tunnels tonight, filling subway cars and stations, forcing more than 1,000 passengers above ground for safety. Given the scope of the evacuation, officials grateful there were no serious injuries. 5 riders treated for minor smoke inhalation. This woman says it's one frightening moment she does not wish to relive. How scary was it?
It was very scary. Very, very scary. Don't want to go through that again.
Around 6:20 tonight, a fire was reported in the tunnel under 6th Avenue, just south of the West 4th Street subway station. Authorities believe a 47-year-old emotionally disturbed man had gotten into the tunnel and threw this metal bar onto the 3rd rail, sending sparks flying, flames exploding, and smoke flooding the subways.
It is dangerous in regards to evacuating people from underground areas, but everything went rather smoothly.
For several hours tonight, portions of the A, C, E, D, and F trains were suspended until the air could be cleared.
We have suspended this avenue service at West 4th Street Station.
Riders late tonight trying to navigate the system with only partial service.
It's kind of sloppy because there was no signs or nobody telling us where to go, so we just had to figure it out ourselves.
Now the 8th Avenue lines have since been restored. Transit hoping to have all the 6th Avenue subway lines back to normal before morning rush hour. All this caused by a piece of metal where it didn't belong. Officials now have 47-year-old Banerjee Quaylal in custody. He has not yet been charged. We're live in the Village. Lucy Yang, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Thanks so much, Lucy. In Queens, police now have a woman under arrest charged with a suspicious fire that killed a teenage girl. 14-year-old Hannah Yu, on the far left in this picture, died inside her home early this morning. Firefighters rescued Yu's 2 friends who remain hospitalized in critical condition. 27-year-old Oki Gang is in custody. Police say she lived in the same building as the victims, but her relation to the others is unclear.
The U.S. Marines now on the ground in Haiti, where they will help try to help restore order following the ouster of President Jean-Bertrand Aristide. A plane carrying fewer than 100 Marines arrived in Port-au-Prince earlier tonight. More are expected to arrive tomorrow. The streets there have been filled with chaos. The UN Security Council tonight voted to send a peacekeeper to Haiti. The multinational force will remain for at least 3 months. Also this evening, one Caribbean official claims Aristide has said he will live in exile in South Africa. Aristide's plane left Haiti earlier in the afternoon on Sunday, but a South African official says an offer of asylum has not been made.
Tomorrow morning, or this morning I should say, Martha Stewart's trial on security fraud charges moves into its final stages. But after having the most serious charge against her dropped on Friday, the strategy for both sides has clearly changed. Here's N.J. Burka with a preview.
Martha Stewart's fate is in the hands of Robert Morvillo, her lead defense attorney, who may have to win this trial on the strength of his summation. He must convince 12 jurors that there is reasonable doubt that the government failed to make its case against Martha Stewart. Prosecutors are asking the jury to believe that Douglas Faneuil, her broker's assistant, told Ms. Stewart that Sam Waxel was selling his ImClone stock, that Ms. Stewart panicked and sold her stock, and that she admitted as much to Mariana Pasternak, her best friend. Prosecutors say Martha Stewart and her broker, Peter Pekanovic, lied repeatedly in the weeks and months that followed, claiming they had this, an agreement to sell ImClone at $60 a share, something the government claims is a complete fabrication. But the key prosecution witnesses survived cross-examination with their testimony largely intact. And just when it seemed that Heidi DeLuca, Martha Stewart's business manager, had breathed new life into the $60 alibi by saying she had discussed it with Bukanovic, prosecutors snuffed it out with Bukanovic's own testimony to the SEC. Last week ended well for Martha Stewart after the judge threw out the securities fraud count.
We are pleased, and we think the judge has made the right decision.
It was the most serious charge, but it was also the weakest. The other counts, conspiracy and obstruction of justice, carry shorter prison sentences, but the evidence is much stronger. The prosecution called 21 witnesses in this trial, and the defense called just one. Rarely is a summation as important as it is for Martha Stewart. N.J. Burkett, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
The glitz, the glamour, the bling bling in Hollywood tonight. The Oscars have been handed out. Now the partying is kicking into high gear.
Now, conventional wisdom said that Lord of the Rings would walk away as tonight's big winner, and there were few surprises. Michelle Charlesworth is live outside the Kodak Theater with the big night. Michelle.
Hi, you guys. There is really no way to explain how magical this night is, and it is so amazing to be this close to people you've seen on screens that are as big as a house. And I got to tell you, as magical as it is, this is also a well-oiled machine. That whole red carpet thing I've been showing you all week, it put together, it's gone. The forklifts are out there, the tents are gone, the bleachers are gone, the flowers are gone. Everything's out of here. The only red carpet left is from me back to the Kodak Theater, so that's pretty amazing. Now, one big surprise tonight is that this ceremony started on time, and it almost ended on time. Overall, from the sighs, oohs, and ahs coming from the press area, more than most years in recent memory, everyone thought the men looked like gentlemen and the women looked like ladies. A question posed to Catherine Zeta-Jones, did she do the beating on her dress?
Before I made my husband's supper last night, I was beating all night long.
Putting the kids to bed.
Who actually made it? It's Versace.
Love it or hate it, Diane Keaton looked like herself, down to the classic hat and gloves. And Charlize Theron, who gained 30 pounds for Monster, apparently lost all of it. Some of the really good trends we were seeing: old world glamour, beautiful gowns, gorgeous jewel tones, and a lot of women holding everything up and together.
Feels like old Hollywood for some reason to me, the glamour of old Hollywood. It's like this really long-lived tradition, and it's just, I don't know, I kind of wanted to be part of that tonight, I guess.
Now to the indoor show. Renee Zellweger won for Best Supporting Actress, and so did Tim Robbins, both considered favorites.
And the Oscar goes to Charlize Theron.
And the Oscar goes to Sean Penn, Mr. Evans.
And the Oscar goes to, it's a clean sweep. The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, Barry M. Osborne, Peter Jackson, and Fran Walsh producers.
Wow, what a big night. Congratulations to all of them. The big surprise, Sean Penn as Best Actor, the man we all fell in love with as Spicoli. We're live in Hollywood tonight. Michelle Charlesworth, ABC 7 Eyewitness News. Back to you.
All right, you would remember that well. You look great, Michelle. Thank you.
Thank you, love.
The next round in the fight over gay marriage. Still ahead, demonstrators take to the steps of City Hall. Will New York City become the new battleground?
And coming up, presidential hopefuls cash in on one last time for a debate before Super Tuesday.
And I'm meteorologist Lee Goldberg. Sunday's highs in the 60s in Newark, JFK, Morristown. But now it's March. It's official. It came in like a lamb. And this is the month of spring, and the 5 days is going to feel like it. We'll talk about it in a few minutes.
Introducing the new 305 horsepower Nissan Armada with a 5.6-liter V8 engine and room for 8. It's a full-size SUV for your full-size adventures.
Thanks to the New York Times job market, thousands of people are finding real jobs right now. Grab the Sunday Times or go online now to choose from thousands of high-quality jobs in your field. Experience once again the joy of a first day of work. The New York Times job market. Real jobs right now.
At Delta Dental, we've always thought it was better to stick to one thing and do it really well. So dental is all we do. Not fire, not theft, not auto, life, or even medical insurance. Just the best group dental plans. Ask your employer or benefits advisor about Delta Dental. We keep you smiling.
The ML350 comes standard with emergency sensing brake assist, electronic stability program, 8 airbags, and permanent four-wheel drive. The extended forearm hand block, however, is optional. The M-Class starts at $38,670.
This is Eyewitness News, proud to support the Protect Our Children campaign. Have you seen Daniela? ABC7 and St. Barnabas Hospital in the Bronx urge you to protect our children.
The fight for allowing gay marriages landed on the steps of City Hall. City Council members, including Speaker Gifford Miller, joined hundreds of gays and lesbians in demanding the legalization of same-sex marriages in New York. At the moment, New York recognizes marriages between men and women only. Today, the call went out to change the law.
Look into my eyes, Mayor Bloomberg. Look into the eyes of my children. And then tell the New York legislature, George Pataki and George Bush, that the marriage law needs to be clear and that gay and lesbian couples are entitled to the same rights and protections guaranteed to any married heterosexual family in this state.
Mayor Bloomberg, in a statement, reminded people that it is New York state law which does not permit gay marriages. The mayor says activists should focus on changing the law rather than calling on clerks to break it. In the meantime, the mayor of New Paltz plans more gay marriages next weekend.
Tim, with just 2 days before the Super Tuesday primaries, the focus of the Democratic candidates for president turned to New York. Frontrunner John Kerry appeared in Buffalo late Sunday afternoon. He said he came there to mark the beginning of the end of the Bush presidency.
We are going to crisscross this country together, and we are going to prove by November that the one person in the United States of America who deserves to be laid off is George W. Bush. And that's exactly what we're going to do.
John Edwards held a rally in downtown Brooklyn. He insists he is staying in the race despite winning just one of the 20 primaries and caucuses that have been held so far.
Up next, Lee Goldberg has his AccuWeather 5-day forecast. Stay with us.
Like the Audi A4 1.8T, the Saab 9.3 sports sedan has 4 doors. But that's where the similarities end. The Saab has more horsepower, more torque, and more cargo room. The Saab 9.3 sports sedan. Welcome to the state of independence.
Right now, get 0 down and 0 due at signing during the Saab Sign and Drive sales event. Ends March 1st.
Welcome to the big show. ESPN's Dream Job. The search for the next Sports Center anchor continues.
I'm so tired of calling highlights.
He doesn't seem to realize he's out.
We roll it now into the fourth quarter.
Puts it in the pasta and right. And you help decide the winner.
I just believe I can be the best. I will do whatever it takes to win this thing.
He jump-jacked that baby out there! Not enough to win this one.
A little bit of a Ramalama ham then. Justice will be served.
ESPN's Dream Job continues. Live Sunday, 10 p.m. on ESPN.
Have you said goodbye to those nice, healthy, nutritious carbs?
Welcome back.
With Weight Watchers, you can welcome them back.
Check it out. Welcome back.
At Weight Watchers, we don't take away choices. We show you how to make choices. Choices you can live with and lose with. Join now while registration's free. Call, click, or stop by Weight Watchers today.
After your Toyota dealer, you know the best place to shop for a car at night? Toyota.com.
Toyota has 17 models to choose from. You can check them all out. You can even try out different colors and accessories. And on Toyota.com, your local dealer will even give you a price quote on the model you want. So grab your blankie and go car shopping. They're always open on the internet.
With 17 models to choose from, the only question is which Toyota is perfect for you.
This winter is the best time to have the time of your life at Mamma Mia. Call telecharge.com today.
More movie news tonight. All the controversy appears to be paying off for Mel Gibson. His film, The Passion of the Christ, has taken in a stunning $117 million since it opened last Wednesday. It's the 7th best three-day opening in film history. Passion made $76 million this weekend alone, easily making it #1 at the weekend box office. And you are #1. And Weekend Weatherman.
Thank you very much.
My.
Especially since we almost hit 60.
Yes, almost 59 in the city. Yeah, it was so good. We didn't want the day to end, but this is ridiculous. It's a little too late now. It can end now. Actually, it's Monday morning and it's March 20th, spring arrives, but we have early spring weather, a little spring fever going. Let's look at the weather headlines and check it out. First of all, March officially came in like a lamb. Boy, awful quiet. Tonight's been really mild. It's been beautiful. Temperatures just falling through the 40s and 50s. This week will average 10 degrees above average. The average high temperature this time of year should be 45, so we'll average middle 50s this week. Little rain on Tuesday and Thursday. On Tuesday, it's mainly in the mornings. Kind of a cool, drizzly day on Thursday, but after dropping back into the 40s briefly on Thursday, we'll rebound back into the 50s on Friday. So no really cold air in sight, which is great news. Our temperatures, as we go through the midnight hour, working in the low to mid-50s right now. The air is still dry. The barometer is still holding steady. We've been hanging on to the westerly wind. It'll be more southeasterly tomorrow off the cooler ocean water. And today's high was a beautiful 59 degrees. It hit 62 in Newark and Morristown, and it was a little bit cooler right down to the shore. And again, the average high temperature should be in the middle 40s. Sun will come up today at 6:30, and 5:47 it'll start setting. All right, let's go ahead and look at our temperatures right now. 45 Teterboro, 53 in the Park, and 55 in Queens. It's a pretty nice evening. Temperatures more of a range to the north and west, 37. You're going to notice more of a range tomorrow because of the cooler ocean winds. For instance, in early afternoon, it'll be 45 at Montauk, and it could be in the low 60s across interior New Jersey and parts of the Hudson Valley. There are some high clouds that are strolling in, and it'll be more of a filtered sunshine tomorrow. There's a storm curling through the Midwest that'll bring us some rain showers by the time we get to Tuesday. In the meantime, mild mix for today, 56 degrees. On Tuesday morning, we've got some showers moving in, but the afternoon probably just dry and rather cloudy and probably near 59. Here's my AccuWeather forecast. 7 a.m. this morning, patchy high clouds, 30s in the suburbs, 45 in the city, and then a 56-degree high, and that's because of the cooler ocean wind. It's 45 to 52 in our suburbs and right along the coast. All right, as we look into Tuesday, again, some showers around. On Wednesday, partly sunny and about 57. We get on the cool side of a front on Thursday. It's a little raw, 48, and a little drizzly, but then we're right back on the warm side again with double nickels on Friday. So really easy-going week for March to begin. Enjoy.
We're liking that.
Good.
Thank you, Lee.
You bet.
Marvell, what do you got in sports?
Well, Hollywood wasn't the only place where the stars came out to play. Coming up on Eyewitness News, the Knicks suffer a mile-high headache courtesy rookie phenom Carmelo Anthony and the Nuggets. Plus, the Nets try to stop Shaq and the Lakers by any means necessary. Highlights next in sports.
First, though, here are tonight's winning New York lottery numbers. They were drawn earlier.
And if you're holding New Jersey tickets, here are those winning numbers. And now, tonight's drawing of Take 5.
Good evening. I'm Michelle Fortino. Welcome to Sunday, February 29th, Take 5 drawing, being observed by an auditor from KPMG. Tonight's winning Take 5 numbers are 20, 28, 37, 16, and 33. Congratulations to all our winners. Have a great night.
might not look scary, but now one call to her can make you beg for mercy. With Verizon Long Distance, every innocent call gives you another chance to win a trip to Universal Orlando Resort. With 2 thrilling theme parks and some of the most exhilarating rides in the world. Don't have Verizon Long Distance? Sign up for a great rate today, if you dare.
Verizon. Make progress every day.
My friends, humankind's mastery of those invisible waves have ushered changes unimagined 10 short years ago.
Give me the radio! You can talk to your friends.
Apollo, this is Houston. Over.
It fits in your purse.
Even in outer space.
It's like a tiny silicon brain. The ship at sea, once the loneliest image the poet might conjure, is alone no more.
That's cool. That's cool. Comfort-giving devices.
My friends, the will to imagine, to create, to invent, makes sheer audacity useful and useful. That is our finest legacy.
Life gets better.
The device formerly known as the cell phone.
Moto next.
Closed captioning provided by your Lexus dealers.
Welcome to the big show. ESPN's dream job. The search for the next Sports Center anchor continues.
I'm so tired of calling highlights.
He doesn't seem to realize he's out.
We roll it now into the fourth quarter.
Puts it in the pasta and right. And you help decide the winner.
I just believe I can be the best. I will do whatever it takes to win this thing.
He jump jacked that baby out there!
Not enough to win this one.
A little bit of a ram-a-lam hand there. Justice will be served.
ESPN's dream job continues. Live Sunday, 10 p.m. on ESPN.
Knicks, good game tonight.
Yeah, but it was a very long night. Yes. Even without the Oscars, it was a long night for the Knicks. Well, one thing worse than a 5-game losing streak, a 6-game losing streak, and that's where the Knicks were headed tonight in Denver. But they did get back Allen Houston after missing 11 games with knee trouble. Early going, it's Houston who spots up and nails a three-pointer. 11-8 Knicks at that point. Houston scored 13 points in 25 minutes, but then rookie phenom Carmelo Anthony started motoring. The nifty move down the middle of the lane for 2. Anthony, a game-high 25 points. Meanwhile, the Knicks were just plain sloppy. Here off the steal, Earl Boykins dishes behind the back to Rodney White for the jam. 45-35 Denver. The Knicks had 25 turnovers in all. This one goes to White again for the breakaway jam. The Nuggets spoil Houston's return as the Knicks lose 107-96. Now to the Meadowlands and a sellout crowd as the Nets hosted the Lakers, and they got their money's worth. Kobe Bryant soars into the stands after the loose ball. Sly Fox there to save the day. Early action, Nets hanging tough. Jason Kidd goes with the alley-oop to Richard Jefferson for 2 of his 19 points. Nets within 6 but got no closer. Second quarter, Shaq with the Punisher. Poor Jason Collins gets landed on. Now that's a big load. Lakers up by 14 at the break. Meanwhile, Kobe Bryant was held to just 11 points in the game, but here slices in for the sweet backdoor jam. And then, to cap it off the steal, it's our NBA play of the day. Kobe Bryant gets the feed to Shaq. Kaboom! 19 points for Shaq. He even amazed himself there. Lakers win easily, 100-83. On to hockey, where the struggling Rangers took on the Atlanta Thrashers. Early action, great play here on the loose puck as it goes towards the net. Thrashers goalie Pasi Nurminen tries to clear it. Mark Messier intercepts and shoots. Chris Simon there for the rebound goal. Unbelievable play to tie the game at 1. But Atlanta regrouped and then surged ahead thanks to the league's leading scorer, Ilya Kovalchuk. Here gets the feed and beats Mike Dunham with the wrister for a second goal of the game as the Thrashers win it by a 3-2 final. Meanwhile, at Nassau Coliseum, Steve Sterling and the Islanders hosted the Penguins. Game tied at 1 first period when Oleg Kavasha grabs his own rebound and knocks it in for the shorthanded goal. Isles up 2-1. The game went to overtime tied at 2 where Ryan Malone gets the rebound and then beats Garth Snow, and that's your game winner as the Isles fall to the Pens 3-2 in OT. Much more ahead for you in sports, including the day in college hoops. Coming up on Eyewitness News, St. John's runs into a rim-rocking roadblock against the Providence Friars. Plus, can anyone match Tiger Woods at the Match Play Championships? We'll have the answer for you next in sports.
The NBA Play of the Day is brought to you by Toyota.
From what I've been reading, it seems like vehicle stability control and traction control are the greatest things since airbags.
Yeah, they're standard on all 5 Toyota SUVs.
And what do they do?
They help you keep traction during really bad driving conditions. A great safety feature to have.
And they're on my RAV4?
They're standard equipment.
Very cool.
When all 5 Toyota SUVs come with advanced safety features standard and a model that starts under 20 grand, the only question is, which Toyota SUV is perfect for you?
Hi, Steve Perillo for Perillo Tours and Alitalia. Send today for my new 36-page brochure featuring Perillo's classic Italy trips, along with 3 unique travel itineraries, Tuscany and the Italian Riviera, Deluxe Italy by rail, or the 3 Capitals tour to London, Paris, and Rome. Enjoy these adventures of a lifetime, backed by 3 generations of Perillo travel experience. For your free Perillo brochure, visit perillotours.com or call 1-800-255-5000 now.
Dear DirecTV, this morning I turned on the telly and all I can say is, Jumping Jehoshaphat, yeehaw! Thank you, DirecTV, for all the local channels. Thank you again, sincerely, Al Glover.
And cut.
How was that? Was that too over the top?
No, it was perfect.
An actual letter. Someone wrote this.
Isn't it time you became a DirecTV fan?
That was great. Thank you! Good night!
Introducing the Nissan Quest, a revolutionary minivan featuring 5 Skyview windows, frontal 5-star safety rating, an innovative center console, automated side and rear lift doors, and fold-away second and third row seats. Moms have changed. Shouldn't the minivan?
We're back with college hoops and a Big East blowout today at the Garden. 13th ranked Providence took on the St. John's Red Storm, and the Johnnies were totally outmatched. Ryan Gomes led the Friars, scoring 18 points as Providence set a Big East record, scoring 62 first-half points. They led the Johnnies by 24 at the break and never let up. Friars on the run here, and it's Gerald Brown with the Tomahawk Jam finish. Providence routs St. John's 103-78. On to an A-10 matchup. Fordham on the road facing Temple. First half action off the turnover. The pass ahead to Michael Haynes, and oh, this has gotta hurt. Fordham down 1 at the break. But the second half was all Temple. Maurice Collins fires for 3 of his team-high 17 points as Temple wins it 74-60. Also today, Manhattan beat Marist 92-67, while Iona topped Loyola Maryland 81-53. On to golf. Tiger Woods battled Davis Love III in the 36-hole final of the Match Play Championship. Tiger had his troubles, though, in the first 18 here out on the rough, and that painful punch had to hurt. No pain here for Davis Love. Nice long birdie putt on the 10th hole. Love was in control, 1 up after 18 holes, but on the second 18, Tiger dominated. Here, drilling the birdie on the 25th hole, Tiger goes on to win 3-2 for his 2nd straight Match Play Championship. Time to talk baseball. Today, Yankee center fielder Bernie Williams was released from the hospital after having his appendix removed this past Thursday. However, he's still not expected to be ready for opening day. As for the Mets, today, shortstop Kaz Matsui lacerated his right middle finger while fielding a ground ball. He's expected to miss about 7 days. But not to worry, that Mets middle infield of Matsui and Jose Reyes will be back to full strength in plenty of time for opening day, which is something that manager Art Howe is counting on to make a difference.
Middle of the infield, we're going to be as good as any team in the league, I think, and that right there is going to make our pitching better, not only because they're going to be able to cover more ground and make more plays, but I think it's going to give confidence to the pitchers that they can throw more strikes.
And I'm Marvell Scott, and that's your sports for tonight. Have a great week ahead.
Thanks.
Thank you, Marvell. That is the news from us. Thank you for joining us. I'm Sandra Bookman.
For Sandra Lee Marvell and all of us here at Eyewitness News, I'm Tim Fleischer. We return in a few hours at 5 a.m. Make it a good week.